Hello ladies and gents, welcome to some more Kerbal Space Program. This is the second part of my orbital space station. It's going to be the refuel part, and I've also added on a little extra few docking ports down the bottom, just for external things to plant themselves to. See, I'm going to upload a video to follow this, which will show you some of the behind-the-scenes rocket launching that I went through in order to get this thing into orbit. Now, I hope you remember, because I definitely remember saying that rockets are a lot less stress than planes. And you know what? They are. I still believe that genuinely. But there is still a lot of stuff that can go wrong with them. And, well, yeah, you'll see. Right, so I'll explain this little craft for you. This is, or was built around about the era that I was flying back and forth to Juna trying to rescue Jebediah. It originally was meant to be around Minmus, that's why it's kind of over-engineered for just orbit. There's going to be a lot of extra fuel on board, but you know what, that can't hurt. I'll just go stick that into a plane somewhere. It's going to be the second of 3 launches to do with the station. The third is going to be my tugboats. I'll explain those when we get to them. It might sound like I've got a little bit of a cold as well. That's because I have. Well, I'm sort of on the tail end of it now. I've been feeling pretty rubbish these last few days, as it sounds quite a lot of other people have done, so at least I don't feel alone. Now, the main reason why I'm doing the voiceover now is because I was so steely-eyed and determined at this point to get this thing actually into orbit that I just didn't say a thing, I think, throughout the entire launch, which is rather unlike me. Well, most of the time, unless I'm really tired late at night, just trying to squeeze in a few hours, which can and does happen. More often than it should at my age, but I suppose the thing about growing up is that you realise, hang on, I've got less time to do the things that I want to do. Ah, sigh. Never mind, it's all part of the maturity process, I suppose. If you ever stop to think, where the hell did it all go? Seriously, where did it all go? Yeah, you might occasionally catch a big sigh in the background as well. That's my original recording. Even audible over both me talking and the sound of the engines. Yeah, I wasn't having fun this day. Even at the end of this, you'll notice something ain't quite right. Well, you may or may not. I suppose it depends how much experience you've had with the game. Those that have just started playing it will have no idea what is going on. Then you've got a good journey ahead of you. I tell you what, those that know exactly what's going on, you're probably looking at my stuff thinking, ugh. But of course, the new patch 0.25 is out now. This was recorded before all of that stuff. I haven't really given the new stuff much of a go. I've got to be honest, I'm happy enough just to tinker about in Sandbox. I don't need contracts and all the rest of that stuff. You know, playing it through when it was first released, I suppose I don't know, I don't really need anything else, you know. I'm happy enough just to make rockets. I used to fly Estes rockets, ESTES. I don't know if anybody else has launched those. They were a lot of fun. My father almost got a firearms license to do it. That's how much we got into them. So when I found this game and actually got playing it, I thought, oh god, I tell you what, it suits me to a T. And again, a lot of this stuff, even the plane that you saw made it to Lathe, was all built on a really old rig. It was a computer that my friend was letting me borrow, well, Nebly in fact. And well, now that I've got a good enough computer to handle it, I'm going to go big again. The thing is, because you've got to go through a lot of testing, or at least I have. You know, as I said, I don't plan all this stuff mathematically. At least I have a rough idea in my head of mass and thrust and all the rest of it, and just sort of go from there. And yeah, I will get back to planes, and I will go back to another big plane. You might have heard my phone go. Never mind. Yeah, it's going to be a good plane. It's going to be better than the last one that I built. But of course, now that all the new Porkjet stuff is officially in the game, then in fact, I haven't even tested that other plane to see if it works. I don't know if they were exactly the same parts that got ported in. I know that my is it fire splitter, the thing that came with it, that isn't working now. But of course, back to the growing up thing, the list of stuff that I have to do day to day, it's a buffer. It never empties. But back to what you can see that's going on, because this video is almost finished. There's only a couple of minutes left. I'm sorry that I've waffled for so long, but you know what? That's what work does to me. I started the audio of this at the beginning of the day, and now I'm finishing it at the end of my shift. So there's been a lot of caffeine and chatting to random people involved. I work in a retail in a shop, and yeah, we get a lot of customers. And at this point, as you can probably imagine, in Kerbal now, we're back to the video. I was so happy. I was thinking, I'm actually going to do this. Finally, I'm going to do this. It's not going to be a wasted day. It's not going to be a waste of my time. Because again, yeah, testing these things takes ages sometimes, a good few hours. And that's why I was going to make a point about the plane, is it takes a long time to test for me. So I go through a lot of trial and errors and a lot of different stages of completion. And sometimes I'll even complete an aircraft and think, nah, don't even like it. It's got everything, control groups, all the works. Nope, don't like it. Back to the drawing board. And I've done that so many times. But hey, that's just how my brain works, I suppose. And we're on to the final leg of the video. Last couple of minutes now. Thanks very much for staying with me. Look how chuffed I was. See the little nodes coming together? Yeah, look at this. Do you know what? This was going to be my proudest moment. I saw the one on the other side. Didn't even think to check my velocities or my orbit as a whole. And I'm going to start panning around the vehicle like an absolute champ, thinking I've done it. That's it. Yep. But hey, guess what? I hadn't done it. And I'm going back to it. My orbit is now completely out of sync, so I'm going to have to burn more fuel to adjust it. But that's not the end of the world, because I did have a lot of extra fuel. Nice beauty shots here in the dark. Oh, rubbish. But when it's all bodged together, then you will be seeing something grand. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.